Hi, hello, hi. It is now time for the game of the week where we'll see my cousin Jamari's New Orleans Pelicans take on my grandfather's Detroit Pistons. So this is a battle of, well, Detroit pretty much have no chance of making the playoffs. The Pelicans, if they go on an amazing run, they might have a chance to make 8th, but highly unlikely. As we see, I'm about to sneeze, so if I sneeze at any point, just ignore it, because I can feel it. And this is week 18, and what a nice slam. The New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans were trying to have a dunk contest in the beginning of this game. Like, it was a 2-man dunk contest between Eric Bledsoe and Nikolai Vierchik, you know what his name is. So yeah, let's talk about some other teams now, because these see, I told you, look at that way. Because there's some teams that need some credit, like Golden State. Golden State's been first place nearly the entire season, except for little hiccups when Houston became first, a little hiccup when Dallas became first, and Portland trying to get first. But Golden State's maintained first place for a while without Patrick Ewing, so Russell Westbrook and Scottie Pippen and the rest of those defensive players that he made a real defensive team is really holding down the fort, so that's pretty impressive. And then you see Nikolai again slamming it down in this was a good game. It was a very good game. As New Orleans is up 17-13. Mike Conley. There's a lot of players that Eric Bledsoe, like, you wish they would be on a good team, like Mike Conley. He's very underrated. You would hope to see him on a playoff team, but he's on Detroit, so he's got to do what he's got to do to try to win, you know. And then New Orleans got that whole Phoenix thing with Bledsoe and Goran Dragic. But it's good because if Bledsoe plays bad, Goran can come in. Goran is first place for 6th man of the year right now, and later on in this video he'll show you why, because Goran takes over. But doesn't mean that they won. You gotta stay tuned and figure out if they did or not. But let's talk about my team, the Portland Trail Blazers, and how we've had a rocky start and we maintained 4th place for a while. Every time 5th place team tries to catch up with us, we make breathing space. But now we have a new target, and that's 3rd place. But I mean, it's pick your poison though, because we're gonna get out the first round definitely. But it's first quarter ends. I think this is halftime now. 2nd quarter ends, I mean. So we gotta face off either in the 2nd round. We have to face either one of the top teams. It's either Golden State, Houston, or Dallas. We're gonna have to see them in the 2nd round. And quite frankly, I would like to see Houston, because that's a team we've beaten. We've beaten all 3, but we handle Houston a lot. But I'm not scared of Golden State either. We beat them a lot too. Because I'm the only team that, Portland's the only team that has, and see the halftime report. Pelicans is up 1 point. The Portland Trail Blazers is the only team that's beat every top team at least once, except for the Knicks. And I think we played the Knicks in 2-3 weeks, I don't know. But once we beat the Knicks, we've beaten all top 8 teams from the 4 top in the West, well, minus Portland, and the 4 top in the East. So I'm fully confident in my team, even though we have some injuries right now, but they're playable injuries. Hassan Whiteside got back spasms, and Anthony Davis got a knee problem, but they can both play through it, so I'm not tripping. A lot of teams is going through injuries. Said it time and time again. Chicago, they're out Derrick Rose, and Dallas, they're out Larry Bird. Trying to think of some other teams. If we look at Brooklyn, I think Brooklyn's out one of their big 3. I could be wrong, but Kyrie Irving is working extremely hard to make Brooklyn he's just working hard right now. He is single-handedly carrying the Brooklyn Nets right now. My brother's Brooklyn Nets. It's ridiculous. And who else is doing some work? Oklahoma City. Goran Dragic makes a nice little alley-oop from Bledsoe. The Oklahoma City, they're back into it. They stepped out a little bit but they're back to being a problem. Them in Los Angeles, it's Los Angeles Lakers. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, that's a flagrant foul. You better calm down. These two boys got beef. Cantor and Virovic, whatever his name is, they got beef. They went at it all game against each other. But back to the Clippers and the Thunder. Dude, it's gonna be real. Did I say Clippers? I meant the Lakers. Lakers and the Thunder. It's gonna be real interesting which one of them gets the 5th seed. And the Clippers. Cleveland Olajuwon is mad about that All-Star snub because he's been working and he's been getting them wins because the Clippers are back into playoff contention. And there's another team I want to talk about. It's Cleveland. Cleveland Cavaliers are doing work now, and they're looking like they're gonna make the playoffs after just barely hanging on all season. It looks like they finally got over the hump, and it looks like we're about to go to overtime. Because that was a bad mistake by Kevin McHale with that goaltending after the foul from Gallinari, and then Bledsoe did his work. And Steve Smith to Mike Scott, and Mike Scott misses the shot, and we're off to overtime. And this is where I was talking about 55-55, where Goran Dragic proves why he is the leading candidate for 60-man year, because I didn't show all the highlights, but he single-handedly just took over in overtime. But was it enough? You know, the other team got a lot of good players. And what was I talking about? Cleveland. And let's talk about Charlotte. Charlotte, they have a big setback. John Wall's injured now, and they've been losing a lot. They've been able to handle not having Paul George, but it looks like they're not doing so well without John Wall. But yeah, I guess next video I'll talk about some more teams. The Knicks, they're still in 3rd place doing what they do. The Magic, they're still holding on to the, I think 5th. It's interesting to see what Orlando and Brooklyn, they look like they're fighting for that 4th spot. So we'll see what happens there. But yep, the game's over now. Has the New Orleans Pelicans pull it off. They defeat the Detroit Pistons. A very entertaining game, 68-65. My cousin Jamari defeats my grandfather. You tell a guy with all like the protection all over his body, that was grandpa. But yep, Bledsoe wins player of the game, and that's that. Now show you these little highlights, and then I'll show you like the stats. You see that Goran was the highest scorer for his team, and I think Cancer was the highest scorer for the whole entire game. And yeah, there it is right there. And I'm gonna tell you the results of week 18 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got mad games this week, so let's just jump right into it. First game of the week was the game of the week where we saw the Pelicans beat the Pistons in overtime. We have Cavaliers and the Thunder. Cavs win. Celtics, Nuggets win. Spurs, Sun win. Hornets, Nets lose to the Nets. Magic and the Pacers, Magic win. Grizzlies and the Raptors win. 76ers, Mavericks kill the 76ers. Lakers and the Bulls win. Jazz and the Trailblazers kill the Jazz. Move on to the next day. Pistons win. Pacers, Heat win. Raptors, Knicks, the Raptors win. Warriors and the Hawks, the Warriors with a 1-point win over the Hawks. Lakers and the Bucks, the Lakers kill the Bucks. Celtics, Timberwolves slide with the win. Suns, Clippers just pull it off. Next day, Magic, 76ers, the Magic take it. Pelicans, Wizards, the Pelicans take it. Kings, Nuggets, the Nuggets take it. Jazz, Rockets, the Rockets take it. Nets and the Trailblazers, and the Nets just slid past me. Alright, cool. Hornets and the Cavaliers win it. Knicks, Pacers, the Pacers win it. 76ers and the Pistons win it. Warrior and the Heat, the Warrior win it. Timberwolves and the Raptors kill the Timberwolves. The Wizards and the Bulls win it. Lakers and the Grizzlies win it. Thunder and the Mavericks, the Thunder win it. Nuggets and the Clippers win it. Spurs and the Kings win it. Move on to the next day where we see the Warriors lose to the Magic. We see the Bucks beat the Celtics. We see the Thunder beat the Pelicans. The Nets beat the Suns. The Rockets lose again to the Trailblazers. The Spurs defeat the Jazz. And we move on to the next day where we see the Hornets lose to the Pacers. The Wizards get killed by the 76ers. The Magics lose to the Knicks. The Cavaliers get destroyed by the Raptors. The Bulls destroy the Hawks. Wow. They're lucky Yao Ming is day to day. He's coming back soon. Mavericks defeat the Nuggets. The Clippers lose to the Kings. The Grizzlies lose to the Lakers. Move on to the next day, which is yesterday. The Heat Celtics. Heat win it. Timberwolves Pelicans win it. Trailblazers and the Bulls. Of course the Trailblazers take it. Spurs and the Rockets take it. The Pistons and the Bucks take it. Warriors Thunders, the Warrior takes it. Grizzlies Suns, the Suns take it. Nets Jazz, the Nets take it. And that's it for the week. And yes. Check out the updated playoff stand-ins, and that's that. I'm done with this video. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff.